tranquil and simply gorgeous. The magic of Barbizon swiftly becomes apparent to anyone who steps foot in the town. Easy to visit over the course of a few hours thanks to its relatively small size and compact nature, here's your guide to the best of Barbizon, including what to know before you go. The village grew to particular prominence during the 19th century thanks to the Plein Artistes, a school of landscape painters who enjoyed painting the outdoors, making rural life the subject of their artworks, and thus ensuring that realism gained popularity in French paintings. This all began in 1827 when Jean-Baptiste Camille Corot first stumbled upon the village, which was then little more than a hamlet, and started painting the residents and their farming way of life. Members of the school included Daubing, Diaz, and Troyon. Van Gogh was even a fan of the Barbizon school and imitated some of the styles of their paintings within his own works. During the 19th century, Monet, Renoir, and Alfred Sisley all painted Barbizon. Truth be told, one of the greatest joys of a visit to Barbizon is simply strolling around and allowing this village to reveal itself to you. One of the best ways to do this is by heading to the tourist office, where you can pick up a pamphlet detailing the mosaic trail. These mosaic trails are dotted all around town and feature mosaic remakes of famous Barbizon school paintings and other 19th century painters from across Europe. Another free attraction in town is Chapelle Notre-Dame de la Persévérance. The church was constructed in the latter half of the 19th century. Prior to the arrival of the painters, Barbizon didn't constitute as large enough to merit its own parish church, and so the chapel was consecrated in 1899 before being expanded in 1920. The main museum in town is set over two locations, and the larger of these is set against the backdrop of a delightful Virginia creeper-clad building, complete with pastel shutters and a stone facade that wouldn't seem at all out of place in Provence. The other part of the museum comprises of Théodore Rousseau's former atelier. Today, the museum has been transformed to look just as it would have done during the 19th century. Bessarat Gallery was originally founded in Atlanta, USA, and has now opened a branch in the sleepy village of Barbizon. Set within the 19th century Villa Les Charmettes, the gallery showcases contemporary artworks and is also a hotel where you can book a stay. The former home of artist Millet has now been transformed into a museum. Though it only comprises of a few simple rooms, you can stroll around the artist's former workshop and living quarters and imagine how life would have been during the middle of the 19th century. On the fringes of the village, you'll find the rather impressive Mairie, which is known as a town hall in English, and whose entrance is flanked by two stone lions. Unfortunately, Barbizon is not easily reached via public transportation from Paris, and so the best option is to have or rent your own car. If you do want to visit from the capital, then you should take a train from Gare de Lyon to Fontainebleau. From there, you can take a bus which will take you from the Fontainebleau bus station to Place de l'Angelus, which is in Barbizon.